Hey guys, I'm Meyer, the movie guy. As you probably know, we're approaching May, which means it's summer movie season is about to start. Yes, for the next couple of months, we're going to have lots of big budget blockbuster movies, superhero movies, sequels, reboots, remakes, and everything in between. Lots of movies that people are excited about coming out, everything from the Transformers sequel to the Cars sequel to Pirates of the Caribbean. But I'm going to give you the ones that I am most excited about this summer, just a few of those. First up is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. This movie comes out the first weekend in May. This is the long-awaited follow-up to the 2014 smash hit. This is one that went on to become the third highest grossing movie of 2014. This movie surprised everybody with its heart, its humor. It had a great soundtrack to boot, and it wasn't afraid to have a good time. This sequel that's coming out, I think, is really going to double down on what people loved about the first one. It's a movie that brings back the entire cast from the original. Also, you got some new characters too this time, played by Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone. I've seen some footage from it. There's some great action set pieces, also a lot of witty wisecracks as you would expect. I think this movie is probably going to go on to be the highest grossing movie of the summer, if not the year. So, really put this one on your calendar. I'm sure you're probably going to see it, but make sure you get ready for Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Next is Dunkirk. This is a movie that is a big budget World War II movie. It's a movie that is from Christopher Nolan. That's the movie I'm most excited. That's the reason I'm most excited about this movie. He's a director who hasn't really made a bad movie before. He made Inception, the Dark Knight series, Memento, The Prestige. This is a passion project for him too. He's been wanting to make this movie since he was in college, and so I'm really excited to finally see him get the opportunity to make it, especially with such a big budget. That's the other reason. This movie, they really just don't make movies like this anymore at such a budget. If you look at the slate of movies this summer, you've got all these superhero movies. You don't really see dramas or war movies like this. This film has 65mm IMAX cameras, movies that have never been used to shoot a feature film before. It looks gorgeous. It's got some great actors in it too, including Tom Hardy, Cillian Murphy, and last but not least, Harry Styles from One Direction. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this. Love Christopher Nolan, and I doubt that he's going to disappoint us. Moving on to number 3, Baywatch. I never thought I would say the following words, but I am really excited about the upcoming Baywatch movie. I was definitely not a fan of the series in the 90s. I thought it was ridiculous and silly. But the thing is, this movie seems to know how ridiculous and silly that series was. You have Dwayne Johnson and Zac Efron here, and they look like they're kind of playing similar roles to Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum in 21 Jump Street. I think it's going to have the same dynamic, the same kind of humor that is poking fun at the original source material. So this is a movie, from the trailers, I thought it looked pretty funny. It looks like it's going to be a raucous and raunchy R-rated comedy. Comedies can go either way, but I think this one is going to be a good bit of fun, so I am looking forward, cautiously optimistic for Baywatch. Number 4, Despicable Me 3. I'm going to be honest, there's not that many great animated movies coming out this summer. Usually we get a lot of good ones. Last year we had Finding Dory. The crop doesn't look as good this year, but out of the ones coming out, I'm most excited about Despicable Me 3. I've seen the first few films 1,000 times with my nieces and nephews and have enjoyed them, and this sequel is exciting for me just because they're changing it up a little bit. One thing I like is that Steve Carell is voicing 2 different characters here. I think it's going to be really fun to see him play his brother as well, because he's such a talented actor, and it should be really funny. Also, the addition of Trey Parker as the villain here. He is the guy from South Park, and we know what an enormous talent he is, and he's done great work with animation before in Team America and animated movies as well. So this is a movie that could go either way as well. I think you have the law of diminishing returns with so many sequels, but these movies are really funny for the most part and very successful. The last movie, the spin-off Minions, it went on to become one of the highest grossing films of all time, and so I think this movie is going to be a huge hit as well, and so make sure you have Despicable Me 3 on your calendar. Number 5 is War of the Planet of the Apes. This is the 3rd installment and the newest iteration of this franchise. This is a franchise that has huge critical and commercial success. I think that these movies are just astounding. This is, for me, the best franchise that's out there right now. These movies are action-packed. I think the action is thrilling and it's filmed in a really exciting way. Furthermore, the special effects are amazing as well. I think that Andy Serkis in this motion capture performance as Caesar, I think he deserves an Oscar for his work. It's a really moving performance, and these are movies moving movies in general, which you don't usually see with these big budget blockbuster movies. They're really complex emotionally. Also, you empathize with both the humans and the apes. I think it just makes for really great drama. This is a movie that has the same director as the last one, Matt Reeves, and it has some great actors in it as well. Chiefly among them is Woody Harrelson, who is one of my favorite actors of all time. So I really can't wait for this movie. It comes out towards the end of the summer, so have your eye on War of the Planet of the Apes. I will have more of these movie segments up for you on my Facebook page, facebook.com/Will Meyer, the movie guy, so be sure to check that out.